These are the Orc teams at the beginning of the Civil War, and these are the Orc teams halfway through. I think this is the biggest and most chaotic Shadow of War series that I've ever done. This is 10 teams battle for Minas Morgul. I'm gonna put the rules for this series in the description, so go and check that out if you have no idea what's going on. Before we entered Minas Morgul and started all of the chaotic fighting, I gave away the 10 team leaders. As you can see, the various teams are blue, slave, black, green, brown, red, all black Orcs, yellow, purple, and silver. I want you to look at this board right now, look at these 10 teams, and I want you to go to the comment section and I want you to place a bet. Which team do you think is going to win, and what are you betting? Are you betting 1,000 smeckles? Are you betting your favorite orc? Or are you betting a big juicy pineapple? I don't know, guys, get creative. Something else I should note before we really get into it is that the black team right here, this belongs to my mods. And I've introduced a horrible mechanic known as Team Shadow Takeover. Basically, whenever we spin the team wheel to decide which team you're gonna be in, if it lands on Team Shadow, then that orc no longer belongs to the marble winner. Instead, it goes to one of my mods. But don't worry, that's a 1 in 10 chance. It's not gonna happen often, right? Theo wins the first marble race, he spins the wheel, and thankfully he lands on my team, the slave team. Yeah! I track down a gathering of these lovely lads.
Yes! Hit me again!
I stick around until one of them hits me enough.
Maku! I'll call you Dead Ranger.
And then Maku is born, and unfortunately for Theo, he becomes a goddamn nerd.
He's almost a nerd, but he's a brander. The slaves love branding. The slaves love anything to do with weapons, they love branding. The slaves love to get a job after they have been freed of being a slave chap. But here we go. He's got no chance in throwing knives. Fantastic. He's going to be very annoying to deal with.
At the beginning of the next race, I get a very weird surprise, IRL.
And they're off.
Megaduck wins the next race, spins the wheel, and joins the red blood team. Talion's face then gets stepped on by a big pair of grippers.
Kill the Ranger! It's promotion now for certain.
Erdag rises up and he gets a really weird eye before he immediately hides it under a helmet. We then realize that my game was loading very slowly, so we eliminate the problem by replacing the headless leader of the green team with this beautiful frog blood. Kebabman then joins the yellow team with Haken, but when he's promoted, this happens.
Chad, he's giving me main character energy. Main character energy from this guy. Haken, he's killing the Brian! Oh my god! What? The Brian team is gone! We've already lost the brown team, holy f***. Main character energy confirmed, Gaming Night says. In a shocking turn of events, this badass looking yellow painted Olog, who was deemed the main character, takes out the brown team before they even had a chance to add to their numbers. This is also what I predicted at the beginning of the stream. He's already taken out an entire fucking team, and he is cool. He's very cool. Disco just reminded me. I predicted the poo team was gonna die first. Very proud of you, Kebab Man. Also kind of annoyed that it happened, but after all of that chaos, we play marbles again, and Poke Toast comes out on top. With Poke Toast now winning the chance to get an orc, we move over to the dreaded wheel. Oh my god! It's the Team Shadow Takeover! I'm so sorry, lad. We then spin the wheel of my mods to see which one is gonna crush Poke Toast streams and steal his orc. It's J-Man! J-Man is taking the orc! I then summon in the leader of Team Shadow to turn him against me. But before I get a chance, he does this.
Aye!
Oh!
You had to see this coming, man boss. I'm not a very nice orc.
He saved me some time. He was ready to betray me. He knew what was coming.
So I track down the Prowler again and I shadow pull one of his elite savages up into this tower. There he proceeds to beat up Talion and claim his promotion.
Promotion, here or come.
J-Man is born! Team Shadow rises! Flog the Executioner! My name is now J-Man the Thief in Discord, wow.
I then head to another outpost to eliminate the leader to make more room. But whenever the orc in charge comes out, this is what he looks like.
Archers, will you? Filthy cur. I'll send everything else I got at you.
Chaddy's got black paint. Guys, I think you know what this means.
Team Shadow Takeover! Because the orc that naturally appeared in Minas Morgul already had a paint color, that means he automatically joins the team and the Civil War. For example, if we randomly come across, let's say, a gold painted orc, then that means the gold team is entered. So we spin the mod wheel yet again, and this time Gaming Night is chosen to become this orc.
Another big loss for everyone, another win for the black team.
With this orc now joining the Civil War, it means that we still need to make space. So I tracked down a random lad known as Crimp the Bold.
Well, he's not hammer-proof, that's for goddamn sure.
A member of Chat Delar wins marbles, spins the wheel, joins the piss team. But whenever I go to make a new orc, it seems like they are already too busy in a bit of a fight.
But that member of Team Piss is currently fighting someone, and the person that they're fighting is me and my orc. So we're gonna go do the fight, chat.
If attack comes, take cover behind the arch. Stone protect you.
We're taking that point, and we're going to kill every sorry glob guard in it.
Oh,
Prepare to fight, Ishmos. Prepare to fight and fall.
He's got reinforcements! Oh, shit! Oh, no! No! He brought reinforcements! He bought the main character! He's already killed the brown team! Holy f***ing shit! Look at this f***ing guy! I can do this! I can do this! I can single-handedly wipe out the yellow team right now! I've got this, boys! Where's his health bar? There it is, the health bar finally! I'm him up! Oh my god, I'm destroying him! Wait, they're fighting each other! I think they're fighting each other. Oh my god! It's a free for all. They're fighting each other. Oh, the yellow team, the infighting. Woo. Oh my god! The main character's about to be dead. They're fighting for supremacy. Oh. Yes! The main character is dead. Long live the slave team! Long live the slave team! And now I move in to kill their leader. Goodbye, piss team! Oh, shit. Goodbye, Team Piss! It was nice knowing you! Yes! Yes! The piss team is dead! Shit and piss have both been removed. Yes. Look at this massacre.
Because my slave captain killed one of the yellow team, that means that my team are entitled to a new orc.
Don't be alarmed there, gentlemen. I come today with a proposal. A proposal. Strike me down right now and I'll give you power beyond your wildest dreams. Strike me. Ah.
You promote me for this. I said thank you for dying by my hand, Grave Walker.
A new badass member of the purple team is then born.
Blood lover.
And then the new leader of the green team, the Frog Blood, tries to take out the leader of the shadow team.
Don't stop killing till there is no one left to kill.
It's just a straight up 1v1. Let's go. Oh my god, he's actually messing him up already. Oh my goodness, he's enraged. The Frog Blood's enraged. We could be losing the leader of the shadow team. We could be losing Shadow Fox. Oh, he is dazed now though. Shadow Fox is making a comeback here. Could this be the start of the rebellion against Team Shadow? Oh my god, he's just dazed the entire time. Oh my god. He needs to wake up. He is dazed non-stop. Surely the frog blood can't be dazed from poison. He's back. He's woken up. He's going for this Olog for some reason. Shadow Fox is hitting him in the back. Shadow Fox is enraged. Poison bombs going off everywhere. Oh! Oh, he's gone. He's gone, chat. Thanks later. That was not surprising, but that was a back and forth fight there, chat. My god, that was brutal. It's crazy that this just keeps happening. Team
With that victory, the green team is now eliminated and Team Shadow get another orc.
There we go, chat. Let's give this away to a mod.
Easy J was then set to join the black team, but then this happened.
Him now.
Your death will be the start of my rise through the ranks.
Through the ranks. He's got that voice that I like. Through the ranks. Oh! Oh! The Brine team is back! The Brine team is fucking back! Oh my god! The Brine team! The Shadow team have lost out. The Brine team is fucking back, boys. We are so back. Traitor! Traitor!
At the end of the first stream, this is how the standings looked in Minas Morgul. At the beginning of the next stream, the black team began to hunt down the slave team. But little did this lad know that the slave team always come with reinforcements.
It's just a straight 1v1. We love to see it. Wait, no, it's not. Hang on, there's a guy over there in a Caragor. Who? It's 2 slave orcs against 1 shadow orc, chat. But I don't know who's going to be fighting who. No, it looks like the slave orc is going for the other slave orc. Maybe they're teaming up. Oh my, oh!
And because of this unfair advantage with a 2-on-1, the murderess was forced to retreat.
You pay next time!
Oh my god. Guys, I'm gonna pin his feet. I'm not gonna kill him directly, but I could try and get him killed.
This meant his fate was sealed. He was about to get the mind crush. I then introduced a new character into the Civil War.
Alright, chat, we have my beautiful bodyguard here. And he is known as the Drunk, chat. Basically, guys, I've got a bodyguard because we've turned on Savior. So even if you get an orc, when your orc is being made, my drunken guy might just stumble his way in and he might just behead your goddamn orc, okay? That's just Mordor, chat. So he's going to be taking the heads of, I guess, the orcs who he deems to be not drunk enough. Nothing to do with being worthy, just, you know, are they good enough? Are they drunk enough? But that being said, guys, let's get into marbles.
Uruk Slayer won the next game of marbles and joined the silver team. He was then blessed with a beautiful, chunky silver alchemist. We then saw one of the closest marble finishes ever.
J-Man's closing in! Dead Chocolate takes the victory. J-Man was so close.
We then spin the wheel and Dead Chocolate very fittingly joined the poo team.
His whole lore can be that it's poo, it's chocolate, not poo. That's lovely. Interesting. Because I didn't make this guy, chat, he hasn't got anything. Ooh, what do we do?
This was very annoying because the brown orc didn't have any bodyguards, so there was no way of making more of him. The only way to resolve this was gonna have to be to go and shame him, recruit him, give him bodyguards, and then turn him back against me. So I tracked him down because I wanted to double check first.
Guys, maybe he's got brown orcs. Let's take a look.
And that's when we spotted a very interesting looking Olog beside this brown lad.
Hello!
I then did my best impression of a scientist discovering a new species of animal.
Who the f is this guy? He's not on the f***ing board. He's just here.
Because of this beautiful red painted Olog appearing, that means I was able to give him away to another member of chat. But first I still needed to weaken down the brown. And this fight went absolutely flawlessly for me.
Where's my drunken boy? He's not doing anything. Why is there so many explosions? Guys, I actually can't play the game while I stream anymore. I've lost the ability. Help me, Drunk! What are you doing? I'm getting up. This new red guy is tough.
I'm bound to go up in the ranks for this.
Yo, this guy. This guy, chat. This guy's the new Hitman. I'm putting a hit on this lad. Imagine he became painted. I'm putting a hit on this lad, chat. Whoever kills this guy, the team gets 2 orcs, okay? An official hit.
I should mention another rule is that sometimes random orcs make their way into Minas Morgul. If this orc makes a name for themselves or they piss me off a little bit, I will put a hit on them. This means that if this orc is then taken out by a member of a team, then that team gains 2 more orcs. I am then finally able to make another brown orc despite how little damage this archer is doing.
Massive hits. Crazy amounts of damage going my way. Crimp!
Real Merlin then claims the very badass red painted Olog. And then we get our first internal team fight. Basically, sometimes orcs fight each other. This is because one of the orcs wants to become the team leader. Or maybe they just like fighting each other. It can be as simple as that. The purple blood lover charges in to take on his team leader, the butcher. Both of these lads are truly ferocious, with them both becoming broken very quickly.
These two are really, they're so equal. Oh! It's over! He beheads the furry! Sylvaris was challenged and he cut down Goblin. Always horrible when Hognick wins though, chat. It's always a bit of a sour taste in your mouth.
We then play marbles again to give away a brand new orc, and Fish wins extremely easily. We spin the team wheel and again the poo team comes up.
Could this stream be the rise of the poo team?
Your death is my path to a sweet promotion.
Very close.
I love it when things go my way.
You're very close. You're extremely close. Ooh! He's cool.
So,
The leader of the blue team then got to take on one of the lovely slaves. Bear in mind that this blue lad won his own pit fight tournament, so he's extremely good at combat.
my new home, boys.
Oh, it's not looking good for the slave, chat. Oh my god, the slave's already dead. But he's enraged by mortal wounds. Can he come back? He's coming back! Could this be the comeback of the century? Oh my god! Oh! Holy shit! Oh my word, chat, he was in the middle of doing an amazing comeback and he got taken out by a grunt. Ah!
Because the blue team won that fight, they were due to get a new orc. We played marbles, which Rick won.
Rick could die from Savior right now. And in fact, Rick actually sent a message to me earlier saying, I can't wait to get an orc and that orc to die immediately. No Savior.
Motion, either or come.
Well done, Rick. You've joined the blue team as the blue painted tattooed marauder. Chat, this is crazy. Pause the music. The brown team are attacking the Hitman. If the brown team kill the Hitman, the brown team gets 2 more orcs. Chat, if the poo team wins this, I'm gonna wear the poo mask. I'm gonna wear the poo hat for the rest of the stream, okay?
Here.
The Hitman.
There's the rat, and he's on the run. With all the fleeing you do, you probably run fast enough to have a chance at catching me.
Oh! Oh my god, there's another orc. There's another orc. J-Man is here as well, guys. Whichever orc gets the final blow on the Hitman gets the guys. The brown guy's almost dead. Oh! Oh! He's dead! Easy J's guy is gone. Guys, they're not fighting. They're not fighting. Chat, because of that, the bounty on the Hitman has gone up to 3 orcs.
Nightwolfie then won marbles, joined the red team, and got this chunky spear and shield orc. I then caught word that the blue marauder had captured and was planning to execute the black painted murderess.
I am expected at a very high level meeting, so you better relieve me.
I'm all about the climax.
I've never heard that before. I have never heard that dialogue before, chat. Maybe 2,000 hours in the game, never heard that dialogue before.
To give this poor lad a fighting chance, I got on in there and I recruited him to my side. But ultimately, this didn't help him, as the previous shamings had weakened him down far too much.
Oh, he's down! The Marauder takes the victory.
Because of this win, the blue team is now owed another orc, which Cookie Monster grabbed. But then this happened.
Oh no! The drunk has finally woken up! And he's force-feeding people drinks in a dark alley in the fucking shadows. The drunk is finally here.
Right then!
The blue team gets no more orcs. Cookie Monster has missed out on an orc. I am so sorry, Cookie Monster, but that's just the way that cookie crumbles. Your name was used against you, Cookie Monster. You can now leave the stream forever. Big L for the blue team, guys. Let's go do these fights, chat. There are some big fights happening, I believe.
In an act of sheer irony, the executioner was then being executed by none other than the famous Hitman.
You and your boys weren't exactly talkative when we asked nicely. Let's start offing them one by one. See if that loosens any tongues.
He is weak and he's level 85, so I can't recruit him. Okay, chat, let's wake this guy up. It's not looking too good for them, though.
And then, shockingly, despite going into the fight already broken, the executioner managed to turn the tables around again, proving that no one can execute the executioner.
He's dead! Oh my god, Gaming Night does it for the black team and he kills the Hitman. Oh, that is so bad. That is so good for the mods, but so bad for everyone else. Okay, boys, well, I guess the video has now changed from being a Team Poo takeover to now a Team Black takeover.
Yep, this now meant the black team was owed 3 orcs. Rusty Thug grabbed the first one, the second one went to Miko, and then the third one went to Babel. But while this orc was being made, he took out one of the red painted Ologs. The Black Shadow team truly was riding high at this moment. And as if things couldn't make me feel any worse, this then happened.
What? No! No! What? He killed my drunk! No! Why? You think you could just fucking die, drunk, you bitch? You fucking bitch! You're not done yet, you motherfucker. Chat, I'm putting a hit on this guy. This motherfucker right here, chat, has a hit on him. New Hitman confirmed, guys. We'll go and see him after this. Guys, I want to go see what this Hitman's doing. The slave team is fighting them. Let's go see what this Hitman is. This awful Hitman that killed my drunk. I'm excited to see him, chat. What's he gonna look like? Wait, is that him?
You globs better hustle.
Oh my god.
Extra.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. He's a black painted orc. He's a black painted orc, chat.
By nothing other than cruel fate and circumstance, it turned out that the orc that killed my drunk was a black painted orc, who I immediately gave away to Bob. All we could pray for now is that the slave team could avenge my drunk and take out this menace.
Oh my god, the slave team is doing it. They're doing it! We're doing it, chat. Wait, slaves for the slave team! No! He's using his natural savage abilities against my brander. He's enraged. No! 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 We have to give another mod a fucking orc. This is not good, chat. No! This video is literally just gonna be the rise of the goddamn black team.
This stream is totally not rigged for Team Shadow.
Oh man, I love the Trump voice out of nowhere. It's so good. Guys, I think the Earth Scorcher is taking on the black team. The Earth Scorcher was my nemesis, chat, but he could be our savior. He could be the savior for all of us, lads, alright? Earth Scorcher, come on!
Settle down, beasties. There is no danger nearby. I would have smelled it.
We've managed to get this close without getting noticed. Take those maggots out, and don't you dare give us away.
He's got decoys! Bring the fire, Earth Scorcher! Which one's the real one? I think he's killing the real one! Oh no! Stop the fire music. He's dead! The black team has killed another one! Oh my god! It's over. Chat, it's over. The black team are owed 2 orcs now, chat. They're too powerful! They're too powerful, boys! They're taking over! Dead Dog grabbed the first of the black painted orcs. And then before I could make the other 2, I was stopped in my tracks. The all-black painted Olog, who before now hadn't done anything, had finally decided to interact and take part.
One of you maggots feed these Karagors. Or one of you is going to feed these Karagors.
He's finally doing something. It's crazy to see him doing something.
Cut them down fast. Don't want to fight Caragors too.
Oh, I feel like someone's getting knocked out here, chat. Dead Chocolate could live up to his name right now. The Lucky Shot's enraged as well. Oh my god, the noble's dazed. The Lucky Shot is laying into him. Oh, it's over. Guys, I think the Poo team has been killed again. And the Black Olog team is gonna get a new member, chat, but it's gonna be in the next stream. At the end of the second stream, this is how the board looks. As you can see, the black painted Shadow team is absolutely dominating. The brown team, who had just come back to life, was now dead again. And the yellow team had also been eliminated. As soon as the stream begins, the Gut Slurper, the leader of the red team, takes on the black team. He believes that it's his responsibility to take on and stop this shadow takeover. But things really don't go his way, as he almost immediately gets destroyed and beheaded in the pit fight arena. This leaves only 1 orc left on the once powerful red team. It also means that the black team now gets a new member. Is there any orc strong enough in Minas Morgul to stop this Team Shadow takeover? I then have a look at the Minas Morgul overview, and while there I take a look at the last remaining red orc, the Devourer. His ears must have been burning, because right after that he ambushes me. Real chat, okay? Oh!
Orcs only pink skin. You're in the wrong place.
Guys, he clearly heard me talking about him when he's ambushed me. Chat, he needs to be shamed now. This is what happens. But in this civil war, ambushing Talion means you get shamed. So the last remaining member of the red team is now significantly weakened. Didn't go crazy, guys. Didn't go crazy. It's always pretty unlikely they'll go crazy. At this point in the stream, the black team is now owed 2 orcs.
Get in, lads!
You're slow, even for a maggot. Good luck.
But before we can give them away, they are under attack by the leader of the purple team, Hoglick the Butcher, who's trying to lure the bleeder into a trap. And as you can see, I'm completely unbiased in my commentary. We need this! Oh! No! Purple team, please! He's picked him up! Can he do it? Is the comeback on? Oh my god, the bleeder is too good. But despite Hoglick being the leader of an entire team, he is utterly destroyed by the bleeder. The stream has only just started and already one member of the black team has taken out 2 other team leaders. This marks the end of the purple team. They are now eliminated from the rest of the Civil War. This means we now owe the black team another orc, getting their total up to 3. So I tracked them down to start recruiting, and of course they are all standing around drinking, celebrating their shadow takeover. God, chat. They're all just celebrating. This is a really tough watch. Here we go. Here's a guy right here. I grab one of the grunts, ready to make him a new captain. But this time, fate intervened.
Yes! Yes!
You have a pain inside you that won't heal.
And again, it's just great to see how neutral and composed I am in all of this.
Woo! Suck it, Shadow Team, you fucking bitches!
After this, it then seems like every single orc has it out for the bleeder. They all want him dead for his various war crimes.
Let's see how fast you can run!
As a member of the silver team, Gubu the Alchemist tries to fight him. But seemingly this bleeder orc just can't be beaten, as he quickly dispatches of the silver alchemist. This early aggression to the shadow team is massively backfiring, as they are again owed 3 different orcs. But the aggression doesn't end there, as the one remaining red orc wants to track down and attack who flees.
Wow, guys, look at him! He's got the decoys!
Me, so I don't have to walk everywhere. We got the drop on them, all right? Who's ready for a bit of slaughter?
The Devourer charges into the camp where he's met with a slew of decoys. But thankfully, he utilizes his rage early on. Again, I don't really mind who wins, you know?
Hit him! Kill him! Don't call reinforcements, it's a waste of time! Ooh!
But since he was shamed and his level was massively lowered, he quickly gets broken. He is then systematically picked apart by these decoys. But despite this, he actually ends up breaking the main orc.
Red team's got his health back. He's broken again.
And comes very close to winning the fight. Until...
No! No! It's over! The red team is gone! Oh my...
This now means that the red team along with the purple team are also eliminated. And the shadow team is now owed 4 orcs. I spin the mod wheel to give away these orcs. And then I grab and pull up one of the decoys, ready to become his own captain.
Nasty ranger. Get me promoted, you will.
Ooh!
Ugol is born and he chooses the name Kinslayer. Could this possibly be foreshadowing him trying to attack his very own team leader? But either way, it's safe to say that the shadowy mod team has taken over this civil war.
I'm actually Mr. Beast in disguise and you just won $10,000!
To try and make this as quick and painless as possible, I quickly grab another black painted grunt.
Ah, just kill me already, stop prolonging it.
I spin the wheel and this one's going to my mod supreme.
Oi! Stop toying with me!
Never forget Tars,
Ah!
because after today...
Oh god! Oh god! Oh! For the love of God! Help me! Help me, chat! I can't breathe! Oh!
Hey, he is never gonna forget about you.
That was a tough watch, guys. That was hard to watch. You just won $10,000!
After utterly humiliating Talion, Tars finally rises up and very sussly names himself the Slippery. With that orc now being created, we've still got 2 more black orcs to give away.
No savior.
Your death fills my head with visions of glory.
As Tugog, the raid leader, is born. And very interestingly enough, it seems like the saviour is nowhere to be seen whenever the shadow team is making their new orcs. Perhaps he's being paid off. But either way, we've still got 1 more to go.
you a long time ago.
And while he gains the promotion, he rises up and thankfully, he takes out a member of the Shadow Team, the Trickster Decoy Master, who flees.
He's gone. Og the Brave. Yeah, so brave, he killed his own team.
This is what the board looks like after that, but I actually forget to remove Rusty's orc, so he'll be there for the entirety of this video. I apologize.
I just love that he killed his own team, chat, and he's called the Brave.
With all of the Shadow Orcs now given away, it's time for us to go and give away one of the black painted Ologs. This was owed from the previous stream.
Once this guy's killed me, we're gonna give him away with marbles. We're gonna give him away with marbles before we know if the Savior's happening. So you could win marbles, you could celebrate, and then he could die anyway. And that's what I live for. I hope that happens. I live for your suffering, chat. I hope that happens to you.
Is not welcome here. No, the Dark Lord will reward me.
He claims this orc, Saku, who thankfully takes out another member of the Shadow Team.
Taking out a member of Team Shadow, we've done it, lads! They are down another member, and he's the Slave Maker.
Just like that, the all-black Olog team has doubled their numbers. We play marbles again, with this time Yolandan coming out on top. We then spin the wheel, and the black Olog team is receiving another orc.
Big bold lad for Yolandan.
Don't mistake his silence for fear. He feels none. Feels nothing but searing fury, hotter than drake fire.
Oh, that's like one of my favorite things in the entire game. I love that. Can we get a pre-match interview, Yolandan? How are you feeling, mate? Do you feel like you're gonna be an Olog, or do you feel like you're gonna die to a savior? What do you think, Yolandan? I will say that. Yolandan says, "Mother, get me my celebratory clean diaper." What the fuck? Yolandan did not disappoint with his pre-match interview. "Mother, get me my clean diaper, my celebration clean diaper." What the fuck?
But this time, when he goes to earn his promotion, this happens.
No! No! I'm sorry, Yolandan. Cancel the diaper. Mother, cancel. Mother, cancel the clean diaper. It's not gone well for me.
Then it was time for the blue team to finally get involved. They've seen the horrible things the Shadow Team are doing, and they want to step in. Being led by the Bone Snapper, a very formidable orc.
We leave a bloody trail behind us wherever we go. But it's their blood, see? Not ours.
Oh, I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when we kill them.
Oh my god.
The newly created member of the Shadow Team, the raid leader, charges in, but all he does is enrage the leader of the blue team, and he gets instantly destroyed. This fight lasted literally like less than 10 seconds. This was brutal.
Wiluge's orc is incredibly powerful. I mean, this guy won a whole pit fight tournament.
Thanks to that, the blue team earns a new member. Frost wins marbles to claim the orc, but fate intervenes yet again.
Oh, the drunk is on fire today. He's lost the orc.
Honestly, at this point, I was really thinking that the Shadow Team had paid off the saviors. The Brawl Master then decided to pursue the all-black team leader, the Noble. The fight erupted in one of the busy streets, with the Noble becoming enraged early on.
He's doing it for everyone that isn't a member of the mod team, the black team. Ah!
But then the fight became super close, with both orcs being broken.
No!
Before the Noble was very sadly put down by the Brawl Master, halving this team's size.
No!
This team should have been strong, but now they're only down to 1, on the verge of extinction. Hearing about what the Brawl Master did, my orc decides to step in. He lures the Brawl Master into a trap.
I'm getting fucked up by their war banners.
The fight is insanely close.
No! Yes! Fuck you, mod team!
Dealing a deadly blow to the Black Shadow Team.
Yes! Woo! Oh, they just lost so much money, chat. Oh, Lakeside minus 100k. Shadowfox minus 50k. Miko minus 150k. You see what happens when you put your faith in me. This is what happens, chat, when you put your beliefs in me and your faith in me. You make money. Guys, go to the link in my description. Join my online school where I teach you how to make thousands of bag of bucks, alright? I'm going to teach you all my tips and tricks, or you're going to be making 10k a week. Alright, guys? Yeah, join my Orc University chat where I teach you how to make $10,000 every week, alright? You want to be a Mr. Beast of Middle Earth? You can be one if you join my school. It only costs $999 every month. Alright, boys, let's go make a new slave orc, and we're going to give him away with marbles, chat. Fantastic, guys. What a great day to be alive, boys. While trying to find a new slave orc, I get ambushed by a random gorger. Right, hit me, slaves, hit me. Oh my god!
Now I am here. More than you can handle, I think.
I continue wandering around Minas Morgul until I finally find the right lad. Woo! That only took like, what, 20 minutes? It's all good. We play marbles and Big Bro Guns comes out on top, claiming the slave orc. And we're gonna crash out, guys! I brace myself for what could be a painful savior. Okay, fantastic, thank you. No, he's just doing his, well done, good job, Drunk. Good, attaboy. What an amazing stream we've put together here, boys. What a great time. Everyone's having such a good time. Well, would you look at that, boys? Seems like another member of Team Shadow is taking on Willows. Let's go see it. Shall we go? Let's go see that. Let's go watch that, chat. I can't believe that. The slave team is still only one person. I am so convinced, chat. The Drunk has been paid off by the black team. He is working for the black painted team. The battle hardened, hearing about what the leader of the blue team did, decides to raid him. Oh, beasties!
Look at that one. So in love with the categories that he's not paying attention to his perimeter.
But it becomes clear very quickly that this was a massive mistake on the black team's part, as he is destroyed by the Bone Snapper. Can anyone beat this guy? Chat, who the fuck can beat Willows? That is another member of Team Shadow dead, guys. We play a Battle Royale game version of Marbles, which is just pure chaos. Eventually, one of my viewers, Loex, comes out on top and claims this blue-painted orc. Very surprisingly, the Drunk Savior does not intervene. So Zugor rises up. Zugor the Crippler! He's got this! He's got the pierced nipples! This now means the blue team has 3 members. With the black team faltering, cracks begin to appear as the Kinslayer lives up to his name and launches an attack on his own leader, Shadowfox's Booth the Prowler. Guys, he's literally called the Kinslayer. You can't ask for a more perfect name than that.
I know we all get hot-blooded when there's a fight on. But remember, first we kill, then we dismember. No skipping ahead.
See, he's a good leader, just giving advice to his team. Good leader.
These clubs don't actually see us. Prepare to strike.
And stop this rebellion before it even starts. It's over! The Kinslayer is gone. Shadowfox has stopped the rebellion before it even gets started. I then check the Vendetta and I am greeted with this big Thanos-looking Olog. Alright, chat, we're gonna go after this guy. Fuck it all. I smash on into this alternate reality where I come across a very familiar-looking orc. Oh my god, who's this?
You just... Did you just hear a really loud boom?
We can bring back the bodyguard. He doesn't need to be undead anymore. I need him.
What went wrong?
There we go, boys. We got the Drunk.
Alright then.
There we go, boys. The all-purple Olog team has entered the Civil War. Artist then claims this new team leader. But before I can summon in this beautiful purple Olog, disaster strikes. I search all through my garrison, but he is just not there. Usually they would appear at the
I
front
then
of
make
your
a
list
fatal
with-
error. In order to make him spawn into my garrison, I decide to fast forward an advanced time, forgetting that there is already a very important fight between a black orc and the leader of the blue team, which is now about to autocomplete. You can even see at the very last second in the chat box the owner of the blue orc pleading that we need to watch the fight. But it was too late. Things were now set in motion. You can see the exact
just
moment
fast-forwarded.
I'd realized
shit.
what I had done. The unbeatable leader of the blue team, the winner of the pit fight tournament, was gone, taken out in the worst way possible, with a battle autocomplete.
Oh my god, that might be the worst thing that could have ever happened. I just fucking got the Bone Snapper killed. Oh my god, we lose, no. Oh my god, you should rightfully be very mad at me for that. That's so bad. We should just cancel the stream now, chat.
What was even worse was that advancing this time didn't even make the Olog spawn in my garrison. After restarting my PlayStation, I come back and immediately begin to cope.
He is still dead. He is still dead, chat, but I feel like if anyone's gonna come back, it's gonna be him.
My optimistic belief that this orc would come back was then completely crushed. Because
This guy
when
here.
I summoned
Hopefully
in
he
the
kills a member of the
all-purple
black team.
Olog who had now decided to appear,
He just replaced
took the
Willows'
spot
body. I
of
think
the
he's
leader of
gone.
the blue team's
Or-
dead orc. Which, if I'm right in saying, means that that orc will no longer cheat death. At least, that's what I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. The chat was very divided. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think?
He just replaced Willows' body. I think he's gone. Or I don't even know. I'm sure they can still come back. Well, I didn't click the button over his body, but he's replaced the body. Fantastic. That might have been the only way that Willows... That might have been the only way, chat, that Willows actually could have been killed. Chat, the Suspicious has entered, and he is immediately fighting Shadow Fox. He's immediately taking on the leader of the black team, chat. Okay, one of my mods, Blackbuck, just arrived. Blackbuck, you've not missed anything. Don't worry, mate. Nothing significant has happened. Nothing significant that's going to have long-reaching effects on this series has happened in any way. So don't even worry. Don't even listen to chat. Don't even listen to them. Chat are talking fucking shit. As usual. Don't listen to Willows especially. He has lost his mind.
Anyone who tries passing us will suffer unimaginable agony.
Not exactly a fortress, but you've got to start somewhere.
The purple team entering. The first thing they do, could it be to destroy Team Shadow? Let's go, purple! The leader of the Shadow team is enraged. Good stun, good stun. You need to capitalize on the stun. He's broken! Oh no, he's getting hit by the arrows or the spears. That's actually really fucking him up. No! He hit him with the throwing knives. And he's gone, boys.
We then got Team Shadow, a
He's
brand
entered.
new orc, but because I wasn't really liking their complete domination, I decided to give them an archer. Looter then wins the next orc. He spins the wheel and gets the black Ologs. But whenever we make a new one, this happens.
Very much passed out in an alleyway, I think. Maybe he's still warming up, you know? Maybe the drunks only just entered this region, chat, so maybe he's like still warming up, you know? Oh!
Handle
No!
this sword too well.
No! No! Oh, he's so cool though! And he broke my sword! No! Guys, he's cool. The Chosen are cool. The Chosen are fucking cool. Wow, an all-black Chosen.
New silver orc joins the team who belongs to Jolok.
He is not kinky. With the death of their leader, chat, with the death of Willows, the blue team has fallen into turmoil. The Marauder is executing his only friend. All because the idiot leader of the blue team was killed by unknown circumstances and something that his death couldn't have been avoided, chat. We definitely couldn't have avoided it. That just happened, you know? There was nothing we could do to avoid that. That just happened, chat. The game wanted him dead. Nothing I could do. Anyway.
If you're gonna kill me, at least make it fun.
Come on, it's all right to be afraid. Cast away that false bravado. All of you, Get in touch with that fear.
Hold up! Keep track of your kills, lads.
Babble the Bald is here and he is ruining the party, chat. Guys, it's already over. The Bald is absolutely brutal. Rick, do something! Run away! Retreat! Oh!
The black team had broken up the execution and destroyed the Marauder. And because of this, they get another orc to join their side. And just look at the chaos in which this new captain was created.
These archers are actually trash. There we go! There we go! Oh! Fuck the black team! Look at this beautiful dude here, chat. Look at the shocked look on Babble's face.
But not today.
Oscar the Goat wins marbles and claims a new slave.
They must promote me. I will not be denied.
Come on, be strong. He's killing the Gorger! The Gorger was a hitman! The Gorger was a hitman, chat! And he's the Vial! Well done, everyone. Well done to the slave team. What an amazing performance you just put on there. Oh!
I found you! Now's my chance to finish you off.
You'd think this game was a horror game when I played.
Because this brave lad ambushed me, he's gotta get shamed.
I'll have to get used to them calling me captain.
He's gonna be amazing, chat. This guy's gonna be fucking class. Let's go. Zune, kill somebody good. Yes! Give her that fucking bitch lucky shot. We don't want them anymore. Zune the Reckless.
The newly created all-black chosen Olog then began to go on a rampage. First he went after his only teammate and friend.
Guys, Hoofleys got pieced up by the Chosen.
Then he went after the Jungle Rot. When I say he went after them, I more mean they antagonized him first, so it's self-defense, right?
Oh my god, he's on a rampage! Chad, that means they're owed 2 orcs now. Oh my god. I want to make an all-black Olog, but I just haven't been able to because he's been fighting every single time. And now he's gonna fight me, and he's probably gonna die, and then their team is gonna be gone. This is the Nemesis system, chat. These are the fights that are happening. We have to go do them. Looter with 250,000. Lakeside with 110,000. Miko with 100,000 on me.
At this point, 3 separate captains had all ambushed the Chosen. This has to be bullying.
The interloper. It's the leader of the all-black team against the leader of the slave team, boys. It is all over for you, Chosen. You've come this far, but you will go no further. He flew too close to the sun. Oh! Goodbye, Chosen.
With that, the all-black Olog team was gone, eliminated. Pug then claimed a new orc, but he was denied entry.
It's not the drunk.
Time we could have been friends.
Again, chat, the black team have paid off Saviour.
Gabriel Green Knight then won the next orc with marbles, but when we went to spin the wheel, this happened.
No! Stop!
My mod Sylvaris claimed the orc, but whenever he went to get his promotion, this happened.
He's humiliating me. He's humiliating me even more. Come on, Saviour. He almost did it again.
And he became the Blade Master. The black team then lured the silver team into a trap. With that, the villain of this series, Team Shadow, had eliminated Team Silver. Because of this win for the Shadow team, my final mod, Kinga, finally gets his Orc. But during this promotion, the Orc goes through quite a weird change.
Chat, of course no saviour, of course no saviour. What the hell? Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck was that weird bald baby man? What the fuck was that? Weird bald baby man just appeared there. Well, there you go, Kinga, you've become the Defiler with a spiked ballsack. Congratulations, lad.
This is how the Civil War looks like after all of that. And just look at the mess of the mod team. What the hell is that? Because of this complete and utter domination by the black team, it was inevitable that they would begin infighting.
Agonizing, miserable death.
The Quartermaster then brutally decapitates the Slippery. And because I was actually ambushed midway through the fight, I get to shame down the Executioner. This sequence of events has dealt a much needed blow to the Black Shadow mod team. But honestly, even with this, it doesn't seem like anything is gonna make a difference. Are they destined to take over Minas Morgul, or can they be stopped? Here's what happened in the 14 days since I last streamed. While wandering around Minas Morgul, I was ambushed by the yellow-painted Spiderhawk. I then saw a Vendetta mission, and it was for a lovely green-painted Frogblood. So naturally, I jumped into that world and I recruited him. Back on the stream, Jedi won marbles and claimed the yellow Spider Orc. We then played again to give away the green Orc. Shadowfox came in first, so it went to second place, Luigi. During this time, I'd also recruited another green Olog, who was claimed by Eagle. Now we're all caught up in what happened during the 2-week break, but I've come into this stream craving chaos. And to get this chaos underway, I've created new wheel spins that will help me decide everything. And the first thing that I use it for is to resurrect a brand new team. I spin the Wheel of Fate and it lands on a very badass looking red painted killer, who is given to the chat member known as Spydirk. And just like that, 3 of the teams that had been previously eliminated had just been resurrected. Greedy Hen then wins the next game of marbles and claims the very badass looking brown Flame of War. Although I should say at this point, I got this Orc from online fort raids. I thought it was pretty unique, but apparently everyone and their mother who plays on PlayStation knows this Orc. So he only remains in the Civil War for a little bit before I decide to replace him because he is simply too powerful. With the Civil War now getting back to normality, the Shadow team continue to implode as their leader goes after one of their members known as the Duelist.
Oh, it's the leader taking out his own team this time.
I want those supplies.
Oh.
And we're getting them no matter what.
He wants those supplies.
The Prowler then uses his elite raids to destroy the Duelist, cutting down a key member of his own team. We then jumped across Minas Morgul to find the last remaining blue Orc, the Crippler, being ambushed by a random captain known as the Corrupt. We'd never seen this Orc up until this point, but he was about to make a name for himself.
Oh my god! There's like 3 guys backing him up! There's a slave and the drunk. He's immediately angry. It's 1 versus 3. The drunk's killing a slave! No! What are you doing, drunk? Stop killing your friend! Oh my god, he saw me.
Every time I'm just starting to... I'm trying to execute. I mean recruit. Fight. Here, I'm gonna fight you!
The drunk is destroying the Crippler! The other 2 are just on the roof. Oh, the drunk has killed the Crippler! The blue team is out! With that, the blue team was now completely gone. The other teams may have had some help from the autocomplete, taking out the leader. Even though the black team was riding high, they still seemed to just be going after each other. Also, again, it's the Prowler raiding a supply cache. The Prowler just wants all the supplies.
Shadowfox is just killing all of his own team. It's crazy.
Think of all that lovely gear we can get our hands on.
So greedy.
Hopefully it's sharp and pointy.
Can the quartermaster stop Shadowfox from stealing all of his own team's loot? He's like taking money from the company and putting it into his own pocket. We just keep replaying it over and over again until he there we go. Amazing kill cam, chat. Only the best on these streams. With the team leader yet again taking another one of his subordinates' heads. He's so unfazed. He does not give a fuck. He's like, oh well, Sundays, am I right? After advancing time, it seemed like the Corrupt was going after another orc. This time, the green team. Is he gonna bring his reinforcements?
Those supplies belong to...
Oh my god. He brought 2 fucking people. This guy, does he look different? Did he always have this hat? He's got so many friends. What?
Get in there and take them.
Oh, the frog blood's already dying. That did half health, half damage. This Brown guy might be too powerful, chat. We might need to replace him. This is literally, you're right. This is literally an execution. Oh, he's gone! Being confronted by a huge gang of captains, the Frog Blood Olog really didn't stand a chance. But in this stream, no orcs are guaranteed, so we spin the wheel to see if this team's gonna be rewarded for their kill. Because the brown team landed the final strike, they get a brand new brown painted Poo Olog. Boom! We've done it, boys! Anyone's race? Choco! Choco wins! Guys, Choco is literally talking loads of shit saying, oh, we need Yolandan to get Yolandan again. Because Yolandan was killed by the Savior in a previous stream. So, Choco deserves to get killed by Savior. Ah! Oh, Karma's a bitch! Karma's a bitch, Choco!
I've waited so long for you, Ranger.
Oh my god! That's a good life lesson for you, Choco. Oh, chat, it doesn't get much better than that, boys. Oh my god, that was a spicy meatball. I then spin the event wheel to decide what we're gonna do next. Lord Traps wins the Battle Royale. Oh my god. But very sadly, he lands on the black team. But good news for everyone, Team Shadow Takeover is officially over. We essentially ran out of mods to give orcs. So now the black team is open to everyone. I'm so sorry, chat. That's just, nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that, boys. Before creating this orc, though, I add a brand new Hitman in. The Merchant. The very same orc which cost me my entire Xbox save. I grab a brand new black painted savage, and he really embraces the shadow team. I then caught word that a massive fight was about to go down. Ooh! Ooh! The leader of the black team is taking on my orc, the leader of the fucking slave team. Finally, I get to defeat Shadowfox myself. Jesus Christ, 150,000 on me from Looter. And we're at 69%. We are definitely winning this fight, boys.
If anyone gets at these supplies,
there he
their
is.
heads will roll.
I want those supplies, and we're getting them no matter what.
Oh, picked him up! Boom! Big hits. I broke him! Die, Shadowfox! He's retreating! You coward! He's trying to retreat! Coward! He's already lost.
Go see what it is! You! Are you trying to be funny or what, bloody coward?
Can't believe
What
that.
are we waiting for? Let's...
Was he here the entire time? What? What's... Who the fuck is this guy? Was he there the entire time, hiding behind that fucking box? This motherfucker was just hiding there.
Get to it!
I beat him, chat, but he fucking left. He's still alive, though. He just ran away. It's a real shame, guys. The slave team could have used more recruits from that. Didn't get the kill, but we have at least weakened the black team now. Imagine he became a maniac there. Marbles again. It loves the marbles. Let's go.
I'm hunting you down, J-Man. I'm coming for you. You can't escape, J-Man. You bitch. I order you to stop racing your marble, J-Man. Oh, no. Damn it.
Mangled Mangoes then wins the next game of marbles, lands on the green team, and then he becomes Skak the Infernal.
That's lovely, that is. That's lovely. We've got a nice...
Mac then wins the next orc.
No, please, no.
But then, very sadly, he lands on the black team. They have very clearly paid off the wheel spins and the saviors.
It's just not nice for anyone, is it, chat? It's just so,
Prak the Murderous claims the promotion, and when he does, he takes out the massive Olog, who was a Hitman.
Oh no, chat, he killed a Hitman.
I was then told that the Corrupt was taking on another target, the red-painted killer, the leader of the Red Blood team. But would he show up with a gaggle of bodyguards like he has in the past 2 fights? Or would this be a fair one-on-one fight for once?
I want that gear, and I'll have it.
Oh! I think he's alone for once.
Unbelievably, it seems like all of his friends have abandoned him. And it seems like the tables have very much been turned on him because a random captain runs from the right side of the screen to help the killer.
Oh my god, the green team and the red team have ganged up on him and they're fighting inside the wall.
The orcs begin fighting and they somehow find their way into the Minas Morgul backrooms, where the Corrupt ultimately meets his end and is seemingly sent down into the void.
He fell through the fucking world! Guys, he fell through the fucking world.
The leader of the red team, the killer, had somehow survived a 3-on-1. But not only that, he even sent the attacking orc into the void. This definitely put him on the radar of the other team leaders as a threat.
Keep an eye on the categories.
Going into the final stream, the black took on the infernal.
Especially the Karagor lover.
It was an incredibly close fight going down to the wire, with the black ultimately coming out on top.
Chad, I'm so sorry. Chad, I'm so sorry, guys. Is there audio for that? Did you hear audio for that? I can't hear audio for that. Is that?
But before I could make a new member for Team Shadow, I was shockingly betrayed.
Nothing personal, Tony.
What?
It's just that Mordor has no
Which I really was not happy about.
The merchant, this motherfucker, he was my bodyguard, chat, and he was going to be the one that was going to be doing Savior and saving my life. This bastard merchant, not only did he make my life miserable for a very long time, this fucking merchant prick, but now he has the audacity of betraying me when I made him my bodyguard and decided to include him in my nice civil war. What the fuck?
But despite this sickening betrayal, I was still able to make a new black-painted savage.
Look at his face. You met you better today.
But then he went and became a goddamn nerd. Plumber claimed the orc, and then I spotted a very interesting fight and a chance for me to witness my revenge. With the merchant orc trying to prove his worth, trying to prove that betraying me was a good decision. But right when he was finished making his speech, this happened.
Look at this! I'm in a killing mood, and here's someone I want to kill.
Of course. Of course. We couldn't have a fight without the black team showing up.
At this point, I really think that the Team Shadow takeovers and constant black team interventions had made me go a little bit crazy.
Fantastic, chat. Oh my god, it's so great. Oh, it's so great to see them. God. So great to see them. Oh my god, the merchant is being destroyed. The red team has taken the kill! The red team is now owed 3 orcs. Well done to the red team.
The red team has proven that they have a very strong and capable leader, and now they're owed 3 more members. Could this finally be a team that could challenge the mods? Braybird claimed the first orc before having his dreams crushed.
Oh, he's not getting him! No! Why couldn't it happen to the black team?
Unusual then claimed the next black painted orc because we still owed them a few, and of course the saviour didn't turn up this time.
Of course the red team get killed and the black team don't. Yep, that's just typical. Typical.
Also, this is the new leader of the brown team. I removed the brown flame of war because he was from the online fort raids. He might have been hacked, or he might have been trained. Either way, he doesn't have any place in this civil war, so this guy is now in charge. I also owed the green team an orc, and whenever he claimed his promotion, he took out a black painted gutless before becoming Kruk the Biter. The infighting with the powerful black team continued, with the murderers trying to take out their team leader, the Prowler. And he almost succeeded too, with the fight becoming very, very close with both orcs broken. The leader had a chance to win it, becoming enraged, but the second after this animation, he decides to retreat. If he'd landed one more attack, he surely would have won.
Nope, they've stopped fighting.
But now, instead of this victory, he's got to be shamed. My orc, the Sawbones, clearly witnessed this fight and decided he wanted a piece of the murderess. Luring him into a trap with steep city walls on either side, the murderess didn't stand a chance. We spun the wheel to decide the slave team's reward, and it came up with 2 orcs. This was a huge turning point, because the slave team hadn't done anything significant in a while. But there was still a massive debt to pay with multiple teams, starting off by giving away this orc to Tankan. The black painted spear thrower rose up to become the hothead. 3 orcs in 3 different teams then all got together and decided that they should remove the Blade Master.
The Frogblood has 2 friends. The Frogblood is incredibly popular. The Spiderhawk is also hitting his own ally in the back. Oh my word, he's actually doing well!
And for a second, it almost looked like he was gonna take some of them with him, before the Frogblood stepped in and ruined any hope. They gained 1 new orc from this. Mangled Mangoes claimed Hurrah the Rat, which is kinda funny because he was in the green team before. I guess this is his orc's reincarnation. The red team then recruited another orc, and this one was in charge of all the maps. Ooh, exciting. The leader of the brown team then set himself the task of taking out the leader of the shadow team. Also, he's now been renamed to Who Flees, which I think is very fitting. These 2 badass savages go at each other, and eventually both of them break. I thought for sure Who Flees was gonna live up to his name and flee, but no! He ended up finishing off the leader of the brown team with a throwing knife, thus eliminating the Pooh orcs yet again before they even had a chance to rebuild their numbers.
Even when he wins, he still gets shamed. Oh, if he became a maniac, Babel, that would be good for him. That would be good. He won't go crazy. This is well timed, don't mind if I do. We need a slave orc, they're owed 2.
Grip Reaper claims the new orc, and he becomes a very saucy Prak the Torturer. The slave team then took on the green team. It was an extremely close fight, but the slave team was able to come out on top and get the victory, beheading the biter and watching his body fall off the cliff. They then spun the reward wheel, and very sadly, they then had to be shamed. I was then ambushed by the red team's killer, which meant he too had to be shamed.
Brace Bagabug.
Dark DN then won marbles and claimed 2-Horn the Hornblower. With the red team now doing quite well, the slave team decided to attack them. They were led into yet another slave team trap. They are really getting good at this.
He cuts off his arm and beheads him. Goodbye, the map keeper.
After this, I decided I was going to take the rest of the Civil War offline. I was still going to abide by the rules that I'd previously set out, until I eventually stopped recruiting more orcs and let the final few face each other to decide who was going to be the ultimate leader of Minas Morgul. Beginning to record the Civil War offline, the slave team were still owed 2 orcs. Zugor the Coward was born, and he was given to a member of my Discord known as Tylodio. The next slave orc was born. He was claimed by Glitch Hunter and he became a goddamn filthy nerd. With this rapid growth of the slave team, the Spiderhawk decided to put an end to it by taking Prak the Torturer hostage. I arrived on the scene Batman style. I woke Prak up and then he immediately decided to retreat. Probably a smart move.
Suffer! I promise you that!
Because of this cowardly act, I had to shame him down. Prak then apparently ran away and immediately fell victim to another orc captain, again being executed.
Anyone can be tough when his better is all trashed up.
But this time by the black team.
I'm gonna warm up on your boys first.
I woke him up again by bonking him on the head, and you guessed it, he retreated. One more shaming in the dark alleys of Minas Morgul, and you might think that Prak will go into hiding after this. But no, he got captured again by a different member of the black team this time for his third execution in a row. This time I remembered that I'm actually supposed to recruit them whenever I'm able to, so I recruit him to my side, giving him a fighting chance. Would Prak finally be able to break this cruel cycle? Would he be able to turn the tables on his oppressors? No! No is the answer to that. Despite coming so close, breaking the orc, he ultimately fell, and I had to watch him slowly bleed out. This might go down as one of the single worst performances in any Civil War that I've ever done. The black team were then of course rewarded with another orc. This one went to a member of chat known as Doomslayer, and he became a badass blade master. Team Shadow's hothead was then taking on the leader of the green team.
Quiet for a moment more, boys. Then, well, you can roar all you want.
The hothead immediately turned up the heat, but that only enraged the Frogblood. And he used this fiery rage to destroy the hothead. I then made the green team a new member, which went to Melon Lord, but sadly it didn't quite work out for him. I then spotted an online vendetta, and amazingly it was a slave. Thankfully he didn't have Iron Will, so I was able to weaken him down and grab him pretty easily. This orc was then given to Belrock. But before I could summon him in as my bodyguard and turn him against me, I was ambushed.
Always calling for your lads. What's the matter? Afraid of being alone?
Well, you're not alone now.
So this poor nerd orc belonging to the black team had to be shamed. After that, the red team took on the green team. And of course, my orc, the Sawbones, couldn't help but get involved.
Too good. I hate being upstaged. It's time to cut you down to size.
And of course, it was my lad who cut down Greedy Hen's Hornblower, lowering the red team's orcs back down to 1. Rather than getting a random slave to kill me, I just summoned in Tars the slave from my garrison. But don't worry, he's pretty weak. I also summoned in Bork as my new bodyguard. Bork the Pathetic I would call him, but he's actually Bork the Wicked. He'll be judging which orcs are worthy of a promotion. I then caught word that the infighting in the Shadow team was continuing, despite their dwindling numbers, with their leader once again being challenged.
Drink grog out of your skull.
Let me show you my butchery skills.
Despite this challenger being a filthy nerd, he was still a formidable opponent, pushing the Prowler to his absolute limits. Despite him fighting back and breaking the advisor, he still, of course, decides to retreat, leading to him being shamed yet again. And somehow this orc proves again that he's got a very strong mind. Will he ever go crazy? I then catch word that somehow the puny Heartless has taken the Mangler hostage.
Untie me, and I bet it's you who loses his head.
Flap your neck all you like. Meanwhile, I'll be snapping
I very gently wake up the Mangler. But despite this second wind, the Executioner still hits his target. A new slave orc is then rewarded to the team, which goes to Bag of Fish 2012. And he becomes Crimp the Dreamer. It seems to be a common trend now, but the scholar in the slave team also attacks its leader. Maybe these nerd orcs are too smart to follow orders.
That he's not paying attention to his perimeter.
But despite being a nerd, Rash immediately becomes enraged by everything and starts destroying the leader of the slave team, my orc. But then my orc gets equally as enraged and begins landing attacks a lot quicker, taking the fight back and forcing the scholar to retreat.
And you'll suffer! I promise you that!
That was the closest the leader of the slave team had ever come to death. I then saw that the now very weak leader of the black team was under attack, being hunted down by one of his strongest allies.
I want no supplies, and we're getting them no matter what.
The Blade Master charged in and landed a devastating assault on his own leader, knocking him to the floor and igniting him in flames. Now broken, what would the former Prowler do? Would he stay and fight and meet his fate? Or would he he's retreating. Yep, he always retreats. But you know, I kind of rate it. He's one of the oldest orcs in the Civil War because he's got that survivor mentality, running away. And this time he finally snaps, becoming a maniac, upping his power to level 85. The Blade Master, still craving blood, set his sights on a new target.
I asked for warriors to defend these supplies. Instead, I got you maggots. You'll probably make a mess of this. Think of all that lovely gear we can get our hands on. Hopefully it's sharp and pointy.
But don't let looks deceive you. Despite being named the Coward, the fight was incredibly close. But ultimately the Blade Master took his head. This led way to the black-painted Fearless joining their side, belonging to Trickshot the Betrayed. After that, the slave team was once again taking on the black team. It was an incredibly close fight with both orcs being broken before the Dreamer was slammed down onto the cold, hard stone slabs. Despite being a filthy nerd, this advisor was showing more and more just how formidable he was. I grabbed a new black-painted spear thrower to make them a new captain, but then I accidentally summoned in my bodyguard and he deemed this grunt to not be worthy. So I had to go off into a shadowy corner to find another one. This lad was given away to Clown Guy, but sadly the Wicked still didn't think this guy was worthy.
Don't line about. Or are you planning on taking a bit more of a rest?
Wanting revenge for almost being killed previously, the now maniac Prowler was hunting down the Blade Master, who had previously attacked him. But would his newfound maniac strength be enough?
Or are you gonna play hard to get? Bloody! Bloody, bloody, bloody!
He led the Blade Master deep into a trap where he put on an absolute clinic, destroying who I thought was previously the strongest member of the black team. With this act, it's safe to say that the Prowler was very much back in charge of his team. Could this one act of strength catapult the black team to victory? This led the slave team to look elsewhere for victims, attacking the yellow-painted Spiderhawk in his own territory. This proved to be a massive mistake for the scholar though, getting lit up by the Spiderhawk's poison before deciding to retreat.
And you'll be sorry you ever crossed me!
And for that he got a fresh pair of shaming hands. He must have been drastically weakened by this because right after he was taken hostage by the Black and sentenced to be executed.
Oh look, a dead Uruk who can talk.
I snuck on over and recruited him to my side to give him a bit of a fighting chance. And despite getting enraged almost immediately, he was destroyed. Not wanting to watch one of my own orcs slowly bleed out, I decided to take his head, purifying my team from this disgusting nerd and coward. Tars the Slave was then brutally destroyed by the black-painted Fearless. who then, because of this glorious victory, decided to rename himself to the Brawlmaster.
I'm gonna stick this in your belly. The sizzle and crackle will be music to my...
He then apparently wanted to put his new name to the test by taking on one of the strongest members of his team, the Black.
Oh, cutting you is going to feel so good.
Am I supposed to be intimidated by this folly? Die!
This was a crazy fight to watch with two juggernauts going at it. The Black once again became enraged by burning, and he used this newfound strength to destroy the Brawlmaster. I then caught word that the yellow Spiderhawk was being attacked by a random orc.
Hello, beasties. You look like you want some...
what hit him?
Or at least I thought it was random until the Reckless showed up.
Your filthy glob head!
He then immediately set himself on fire, and together the two of them took out this random no paint colored orc. Also, you may have noticed, but at this point in the Civil War I was not making any new orcs. This was very much the end game. One of these lads was gonna win. I then caught a glimpse of the Executioner taking out a random orc known as the Heart Eater. I then began advancing time over and over again, but it didn't seem like any of the orcs wanted to fight each other. If we look at the overview of the region now, we can see that the slave team has 4 orcs, the red team's got 1, the green team's got 1, and the yellow team also has 1. The black team's got 4 orcs, there are 2 randoms and 1 of my wicked hitmen. It's really anyone's game going into the final few turns. I thought I would leave this next clip in just for fun.
You might have a chance against the others here, but this one? Oh no!
Everyone!
After this lovely chat, I headed downtown to the rooftops where apparently the Reckless was taking on a random orc.
There he is! Try and catch me!
And to my utter astonishment, despite ambushing this guy, he was still beaten by him. The Reckless, one of the best remaining slave orcs, was just taken out by a random. He didn't even need to do the fight, he had nothing to gain from it. But because of this, the leader of the slave team, my orc, decided to step in and try to get some revenge.
I'm gonna make dice out of your teeth!
You're about as scary as a cargo pup. A sick one. I'll gladly put you out of your misery.
I'll be honest, I was a little bit worried at first, but whenever the fight got underway, my lad immediately began destroying him. At this point now, there is only 10 orc captains left. We've got Ishmael, the Brawlmaster, previously known as the Sawbones. The red-painted killer, who flees, previously known as the Prowler. The nerdy black-painted advisor, the long-living executioner, the piss-yellow-painted Spiderhawk, the vile, the heartless, the green frogblood, and finally Golem the Black. These are your final contestants to see who is going to claim Minas Morgul once and for all. And because these orcs don't seem to want to fight each other, I've created another wheel. Basically, it just contains all of their names. I spin the wheel and the first orc must attack the second orc. Which means if it lands on you first, as it just has with the black, I have to go and recruit you to make you attack the second wheel-spinned orc. And if you've got Iron Will, that is too bad. You are getting shamed down until you are ready to fight for me. With the first wheel spins, it looks like the black is taking on the leader of the yellow team, the Spiderhawk. I hunt down the black and I hit him with the shaming hands to lower his level. And thankfully he's not got Iron Will, as the next time I see him, he's ready to join. I then send him after his target, the Spiderhawk.
No one gets these supplies until I say so.
Those supplies belong to us. Get in there and take them.
The black charged in, following my orders, trying to destroy the Spiderhawk. The fight was incredibly close, with the Spiderhawk becoming broken early on. But then the leader of the piss team was able to rally. He dug his spear directly into the head of the black, and then decapitated him. goddamn brutal. I went back to the attack wheel, and this time it landed on the yellow straight away. And then the wheel decided that he would be going after the black painted advisor. I tracked down the Spider Hawk and I tried to gently persuade him to join me, but sadly his will was made of iron, so he had to be shamed.
Submit! You serve me now! I resist you!
2 times before he was ready to fight.
Serve me! I am honored! First one to annoy me gets fed to the Caragors. Got it? Let's not fight the Caragors if we don't have to. It's more fun to poke them through the cages anyway.
They faced each other in the beautiful walking gardens of Minas Morgul. It was a relatively close fight, but eventually the advisor got the best. And downed the Spider Hawk.
Finally! It wasn't enough being attacked by orc goobs. Now there's a human too! Lord, thank you!
Eventually I was able to get enough distance so I could pop his head and move on. R.I.P. to the piss yellow team. So I actually added my bodyguard, the Wicked, to the wheel as well. I thought that would spice things up. He was then selected to face the very scary leader of the red team, the Killer.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa.
Here's our prize, boys. A bit of violence and that stockpile is ours.
Bork arrived with his army of decoys, and bear in mind, he is currently 10 levels higher than the Killer. But it seems like the red-painted lad could see through this illusion, immediately tackling one of them, and ending up inside one of Minas Morgul's backrooms. Because of this, he became enraged, and there inside the backrooms, he was able to defeat the original. Rather than let this orc suffer, I decided to put him out of his misery. The next fight was then between the leader of the black team, who I rolled first, going up against the leader of the red team. It didn't take long for me to track him down.
Blood is blood. Blood is blood. Blood is blood.
And thankfully all it took was one shaming to lower his level before he was ready to join me. I then sent him on his way after Spy Dirk's Killer. This red-painted lad hadn't been in the Civil War for a crazy amount of time, but in that short time, he had made a name for himself. At the beginning of the Civil War, the leader of the black team was definitely considered to be one of the strongest orcs in the entire city. He'd been here since day one, but because of this, he was eventually whittled down. Because of the occasional shaming, this once formidable orc was severely weakened now, only managing to survive for this long by retreating. But now he'd been dominated by Talion and sent to kill a very strong orc. It is now impossible for him to retreat. He's gonna have to fight. Despite who flees landing the majority of blows, it just doesn't seem like he's got the strength anymore. Then it happens. Enraged by this situation, the Killer is able to slash down the leader of the black team, once and for all. Out of the sheer respect for this orc, for how long he's been here, for how much he's done, and for the fact that he was basically the main character, the main villain in the entirety of the Civil War, I decide to let him bleed out, rather than purifying him. This orc who belongs to Shadowfox has really been through so much. He's led the black shadowy mod team through thick and thin, and now he can finally rest. With the black team now leaderless, this has blown the door wide open for every other team. We go back to the wheel and we land on the green leader first, who will also be facing the red leader. The amount of fights that the killer has been in so far, you have to say that if he does well in this Civil War, he has 100% earned it. I get to work shaming down the frog blood until he's willing to join me. I have another beautiful chat with the Heartless.
After my boss here is done with ya, all these other orcs are gonna be fighting over your scraps.
And then I continue to shame down the frog blood. 3 times in total. Until he's finally ready to do what I say. I set him his task, and he marches off to face the killer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa!
Safe to say that this Civil War has had an impact on many orcs. The killer charges in, already enraged, and he obliterates the frog blood, and then just runs off before confirming the kill. I step in to explode his head, and you must be thinking at this point, can anyone stop the killer? I head back to the wheel, and it's decided that the executioner is taking on the advisor.
Northman! What did you do to me? What wicked elf magic did you use? I haven't been the same since your curse. I will have me vengeance for what you did.
Although the executioner was a stubborn one, complete with iron will. And when I shame him down, he goes deranged, joining the majority of the orcs left in this Civil War. I then begin to weaken him down again, but when I hit him with one hammer to the head, it one-shots him. Clearly that shaming had taken a toll. I'm sorry to the owner of this Orc Gaming Night, my mod. All I can really say is, that's Shadow of War, baby. Down to the final 5 now, the wheel decides that the Vile should take on his own team leader. But then, whenever I was looking for the Vile, I ran into one of Minas Morgul's more annoying problems. As you can see, it says that he is now the bodyguard of a war chief which doesn't exist. This means that he doesn't appear on the map, and I will not be able to get him. But if you look closely, you can see that he does have a blood brother. So I set off in search of his blood brother to try and lure him out.
You're not quite so fearsome in the flesh. Rotting, fetid flesh, I might add.
And it works like a charm.
Maybe my blood brother can't handle a single pink skin like you, but I'll show him how it's done.
With the Vile now showing up to save his blood brother, I'm able to get on in there and give him his first shaming. And of course this happens. It seems like every single finalist is just going deranged. I then track down the Dwarf Eater again, but this time his newly deranged blood brother doesn't come to his rescue as I end up killing him. But thankfully it all works out well in the end as he shows up because I eliminated him. But despite becoming deranged, he still doesn't want to join me. So I hit him with the Mind Crush yet again. But sadly he goes back to being the bodyguard to the war chief which doesn't exist. And he's got no blood brother anymore. So I'm left with no other choice I summon in one of my Ologs adjacent to him and I use the hired by email glitch to recruit him. I didn't want to do that, but the game left me no choice. I aim him at the target and set him off. The leader of the slave team was already being attacked by another random orc, so I just had the vial add on to that. This gives the vial a significant advantage against this strong team leader. The random challenger arrives.
Share of loot to whoever makes the first kill. And if you've got no blood on your hands at the end, you get sawed all.
Along with the vial, and despite the way it appears, the vial is actually here to help the Thunderer. The vial charges in, becoming immediately enraged, dealing huge amounts of damage to the Brawlmaster. I've never seen the leader of the slave team get pressed like this. Who knew the vial had this in him? Consumed by rage, laying in slash after slash. Until eventually the slave leader snaps, becoming enraged himself. The tables then massively turn, the momentum shifts, and the slave leader downs the vial. But just then, the random Olog, the Thunderer, jumps in and begins to attack the slave leader. With only a tiny bit of health left, can my orc fend off against the Thunderer? He fights on, using his rage, but the Thunderer's tough, landing giant strikes. Until eventually he finishes it, hitting the slave master with a smoke bomb, stunning him, and then unleashing a massive attack. Ishmaz, the leader of the slave team, along with the vial, have both been defeated. They died fighting each other, and then the Thunderer has come in and claimed victory. I am completely shocked that this has happened. All of the original leaders are now dead and buried. And with only 3 orcs now remaining, I decide that the final fight should be something interesting. I decide that the first 2 orcs that it lands on will fight the 3rd orc, creating an unpredictable 2-on-1 situation where anything could happen. The civil war could be over with one event. The first spin lands on the black painted advisor. The second spin lands on the slave Heartless, which means those 2 orcs will be taking on the leader of the red team, the Killer, in one final fight to decide the winner and the new Lord of Minas Morgul. Thankfully, the advisor immediately decides to join me, no shaming needed. But it's a different story for the slave Heartless, who needs a few shamings before he's ready to fight.
No, can't go crazy!
You are beaten.
Together, the 2 of them will be facing the Killer. And I couldn't have picked a more fitting place for this final fight to happen.
Oh, I hate you so much! Die!
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It all comes down to this. 2 orcs versus 1. The slave team and the black team coming together to face this new red threat. The Killer immediately tackles the much stronger advisor and knocks his health down to half. He then becomes enraged by weakness.
Whoa!
Using this rage, he finishes off the advisor, downing him. Now all that's left is one heartless slave orc. Can he do it? Can he claim Minas Morgul for the beloved slave team? Smashing the Killer into the floor, his wounds leaking blood, his body feels heavy. But the Killer, undeterred, lands the final blow, downing the Heartless. I then make my entrance into the arena and purge these lesser orcs. Congratulations to the owner of the Killer, Spydirk, and congratulations to the Red Blood team. They have claimed Minas Morgul despite the odds, despite initially being eliminated and then coming back into the civil war halfway through. And this orc had been through so much, so many fights.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I then begin to attack him, trying to turn him over to my side. Also, just to show you guys that he actually is beatable. He is actually not that strong. You can see how much damage I'm doing. In case any of you thought that he was an incredibly strong orc. He's just a bit of a rage machine. He's got determination. And now he's also got the entirety of the city of Minas Morgul. Congratulations, Ashgarn the Killer. I take him on a tour of his new home. God, can you only imagine the amount of parties that are about to go down inside his new gaff? And all I can say is, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been a very fun Civil War. I think for the next one, I'm going to go into it with a set limit of how many orcs can take part and be made, because this one went a little bit crazy. I'm also going to post the final standings board on my Discord and probably on my YouTube community area, whatever the hell it's called. I haven't edited it yet because I wanted to make this video first, but I'll do that right after this. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, lads.